Okay, next we're going to do a student group import. To build a student group, you can do it manually by going to Student Groups under Student Setup and just going to the Groups tab. And you can manually add groups just by typing in a name and moving students into the group. So I can do something as simple as saying, Gear Up Students. This person, and I'm just double clicking on their names, or you can start typing their name and it'll jump down and find them. But once you do this, you find the people you're looking for and move them over, it will add them to a group. Now the reason you would create groups is because then you can filter your report by that group anytime that you want to. So once I add these students and I say save, I will have a group on my report screen that I can say I just want to see this group of students, like just my freshmen or just my at-risk students or whatever. I can run a visit report or a zero visit report. Like right here I can say visit by activity. Student groups just show me my Gear Up students that have come in. And so instead of showing me everybody, it'll show me just the Gear Ups for whatever time frame that I select. Okay, so the power of groups is, and none of mine have come in of the people I selected, but basically that's the power in groups. But to import groups, all you're going to do is go down to Database Import, and then you're going to once again select your import file. So I'm going to say Target Table, let me expand that out there, Target Table Student Groups. Now some of the earlier versions of AccuTrack, if you're prior to version 8, you probably don't have student groups. If you're on version 8, you might not have an import. Okay, but I think everybody after that does. So student groups, and then I'm just going to browse and find my file. Once again, you need to go to all files at the bottom of the screen if you're using comma delimited like me. And then I'm going to find my group import. All that needs to be on the sheet is the student ID numbers and the name of the group if you want. I didn't put the name of the group on mine. So I'm going to go ahead and say next. And it's going to show me my sheet. I actually have more stuff on my sheet than I want, but it doesn't matter. I don't need to map at all. The only thing I'm going to need to map is this column, the student ID. So I'm going to go ahead and say next. But before I do, just remember you need a line between each piece of data in your import sheet. As long as your student ID is in one field on this import, it will be fine. And to do the student group import, you want to already have imported your students and your activities and those kind of things. Mainly the students, they need to be in there already. So I'm going to say next. And then it wants to know which column is the user ID in. So I'm going to map that column. Just going to put my cursor over column 7 there, the word column 7, and drag it up there and set it next to user ID. Now I don't have a column that says freshman. This is my freshman group. So since I don't have it, I'm going to go ahead and just type it in. So I'm just going to click next to group name and type freshman. If you already created a group in AccuTrack, you want to type it case sensitive to how you have it in AccuTrack, because AccuTrack is case sensitive. So once I type in freshman, then there it is. And then I'm just going to say next. If your next button's grayed out like mine is, just kind of click around until you can get it back. So there it is, and I'm going to say next. And then all I have to do, saying good to go, everything looks green here. Just good. My color code's up here at the top. I'm going to say finish. And what it's going to do, it's going to import all those students and tie them to the group called freshmen so I can sort by that group. And there it is. 314 freshmen were imported successfully, and then the 3 that did not import properly are up at the top. These 2 were in the import file twice, so they were duplicated. This one's the header row and the IDs in the wrong format, so it's not going to import. And it says right here, unknown user violates uniqueness, so you can tell what was wrong. I can automate this import too if I want to. Just click on Schedules Automated, tell it what days, tell it what months, and what times. And once you do that, of course, your student information file needs to be put out to the hard drive every day so AccuTrack can grab it and import it. It will need to be named the same thing, laid out the same way, everything identical to what we just did. Just have the file put out there by your student information system. AccuTrack will grab it and import it. So there you go. That import is now automated. And when I say OK, I can go into my group screen once more, and we will now have a group called Freshmen, along with the Gear Up group I built manually a little while ago. And there it is. There's my freshman group, and those are all the people that are freshmen, and those are all my people that are Gear Up. And so now I can sort my reports by those. And that's all there is to building groups. They're very easy to do, and they give you a lot of reporting power. Thank you for your time.